howdy, hey y'all, it's Peony back again with another crazy video. So this actually isn't a new video. In fact, it's not even like an actual video. This is a scrapped video that I had been working on since December of last year, because as you can see later on, this was supposed to be a New Year's resolutions video. It did not turn out well. I'm honestly not very happy with how it came out. I'm hoping to restructure it, as you can probably see from my community posts, or if you just know me personally. I've been trying to restructure a lot of this channel and a lot of my ideas and what I want to do with it. And overall, this video was supposed to be a reintroduction to that, and an overall reintroduction to myself as a content creator and as a person in general. Unfortunately, again, I'm just not a fan with how this came out. I'm hoping to redo it. I'm working on another introductory video. I'll be hiring a voice actor for this video, so if you're interested, make sure to check me out. I also have a business email that I will also be putting in the description of my video. This is not for, like, you know, people just like emailing me out willy-nilly. This is specifically for business purposes. I will be trying to like work really hard on just resetting my channel to be a lot more like actually art commentary and actual like planned, scripted, and produced videos, because I want to do better as a content creator and overall just be better able to produce and make things to give to y'all, because I haven't been very good at that for a very long time. So without further ado, here's the scrapped video just for this month, and I'm so sorry I wasn't able to put out anything last month. University has been kicking my ass. But otherwise, I hope to do better, and thank you just for everything in general. Also, one last disclaimer, very sorry if there are just random parts in the video that don't have like any visuals at all. As said, this is an unfinished video. I was hoping to finalize everything before I finished it, but generally because of the fact that I wasn't happy with how it was turning out, I just decided to scrap it all together. Also, thank you to AngelWolfDraws, aka Raina, who added her lovely voice to the video. I'm hoping to still include her in some way in the more final production of this video. Obviously, none of these clips will be used, as again, I don't particularly like how they came out, but otherwise, I really hope you enjoy, and I'm sorry that this went on for so long. Bye-bye. Well, sure, bet y'all weren't, bet y'all weren't expecting this kind of video at the tail end of 2025 or the beginning of 2026 whenever I post this video. Hey, howdy, hey y'all, it's Peony, back at it again with another crazy video. Wah! As you've probably seen from the title, this is my sort of New Year's resolutions-esque thing. I'm not really sure how else to put it. It's just kind of like, this is my overview of 2025, and these are my plans for 2026 and onward. Now, of course, as you can see from literally fucking everything in this video, my channel is currently going through a bit of a revamp, including my sprites, because my old ones were ass, and also just not very expressive, and also just kind of sucked. So yeah, that's why I have a work in progress t-shirt. If I had merch, there would be an advertisement here, but there isn't. So, what was this joke supposed to be about again? Okay, in all seriousness, this is unscripted as hell. But I just wanted to say thank you all for continuing to watch my content throughout this year. I'm aware that I've been a little bit less organized towards the tail end. I had a lot more videos planned out, but as with the goings-on of this year, there were a lot of things that had to be reorganized and changed, and also, overall, I just did not have as much time as I was hoping I would to plan out a lot of the videos that I had in mind. So, in this video, we're going to be going over all of the videos that I hope to make at some point or another, just to see if you guys have any interest in it, and also just my future projects overall. I was initially going to give them all their own future videos, but with how everything is going, I just think it would be for the betterment of my channel and also my viewers, my audience, my friends, and everybody who's involved with my projects to have a better understanding of what's going on and just, you know, like, hey, here's, like, all of my stuff that I'm working on. Here is how I'm planning it out. Here is, like, sort of the gist of how long I think it's going to take. And overall, it's just to give y'all an update and just to explain why I've been gone all year, basically. Like, I've not been gone all year, but, like, I haven't been as, you know, I haven't been as there as I've wanted to be, and I'm truly sorry for that. Mostly, it's just, in my real life, I've been trying to reevaluate a lot of things, mostly my own creative ability, my own expertise, my own storytelling. Everything has just been kind of a mess up to this point, and with going to university, I've been wanting to do better, not only just for myself, but for y'all, because I feel like ever since I stopped doing gacha and stopped making consistent gacha content, I've been kind of lost and unsure of myself, and I'm hoping in 2026 I can do better. So, yeah, sorry for the random vent. I just needed to get that out of the way before we move on to the rest of the video. Basically, I will be going over an honorable mentions of things that I'm hoping to work on. Then you'll see my projects in order of how long I think they're going to take, which is from shortest to longest. And it's essentially just to set expectations, understand where I am right now, and overall update y'all on what the fuck is happening. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and if you could, please be sure to stay to the end. I also have a little award ceremony for all of my friends who have supported me through this year and the previous years beforehand. Thank you, and before we get started, happy 2026, and I hope you have a good start to the new year.
Alright everybody, let's prepare for the presentation. Make sure to take your seats and stay seated at all times. Miss Peony, will you please come up to the stand?
I repeat, Peony, will you please come up to the stand?
Shit. Here we go again.
Guys, quiet down!
Thank you everyone for coming to this presentation. Now, I will try to make this as short as humanly possible, mostly due to the fact that it's just kind of hard to sort of summarize everything in a rambly statement. So here I have my lovely assistant Pixie, behind the camera unfortunately, because I did not have time to draw sprites for her. Sorry, Pix! Oh my god! Pixie talking wasn't on my thing. What is this bingo card? Who the fuck is Pixie?
Honorable mentions. This section contains Animal Crossing game concept, Calico Critters, Cookie Run, Dandy's World, The Cast Ember, Ever After High, Gacha Hallmark movies, Lock and Key, Magical Girl concept videos, Miraculous Hearts, A Tale of Two Stripes, Pokemon projects, and Shopkins Shoppies, Shopkins After Dark.
Okay, so to try and keep things organized, I'm going to try and list at least 3 points from each of these honorable mentions before I move on to the rest of the presentation, which is my actual concurrent projects that I'm going to be working on that you might be seeing, you know, in a certain amount of time based on how long they're going to take, which is how the rest of these are organized based on the ones that I think are going to take the shortest versus the one that I think are going to take the longest. The honorable mentions category is just stuff that you may see on my YouTube channel, stuff that I'm interested in currently, and if you have any questions about it, be sure to leave it in the comments below. I'd love to talk about it. So, starting off with the Animal Crossing game concepts, the title is a little bit of a lie, only specifically because I actually have 3 concepts for Animal Crossing games. I got into it pretty recently. I was into it around before the pandemic started, aka before New Horizons came out. It was just something that I was kind of into. And then when I got a lot more into it just recently, I came up with 3 concepts: an amusement park, a swampy seaside town, and a snowy resort cabin up in the north. I'll probably go more into it in future videos, but here are just some general concept boards on the screen, and if you have any interest in it, please ask me questions in the comments, and maybe I'll do another video when I talk about them. Moving on, we next have the Calico Critters. Now, a couple of these are just stuff that I'm telling you about that I'm interested in and have hyperfixations in currently. So if some of them just kind of seem nonsensical and don't have any projects attached to them, that's why. So for the Calico Critters, I've been extremely interested in them for a very long time. If you're unaware with the name, they're also called Sylvanian families in different countries. I'm just more aware with them being called Calico Critters. It's just something that I've been interested in. I've always wanted to work at Epoch in Japan and like get to design them, and just I think they're really cool. I actually have a couple concepts for families that I've never drawn out before, but I would also like to see maybe some different types of dog species, cat species. I'm not as updated with current Calico Critters families at the moment, but I would love to see and talk about them more. I don't know, I feel like I have a lot more ideas with them. Maybe, again, I'll go more into it in a future video, but that's why it's in the honorable mention section. Cookie Run Kingdom. Now, this is something that I have been wanting to talk about more for a while. If you follow me on any other of my social media platforms, you're aware that I'm, like, into it, and I love it, and yeah, as of recently, I've been mostly into, like, other creators on Instagram and TikTok. Basically, I have a couple ideas for Cookie Run adjacent stories. For one, Bug Kingdom. I had an idea for a Bug Kingdom, and I've been wanting to make it ever since. It's just kind of silly, stupid adventure, but, like, I don't know, I think it's cool. Second is my personal Cookie Run ship. I've had a couple of Cookie Run OCs over the years, but more specifically, one of the characters that I shipped with was Financier Cookie, and I had two, like, coffee-themed OCs, Caramel Macchiato Cookie, and I can't remember the other one's name for the life of me. I will try to find them and put them on screen, but I shipped one of them with Financier Cookie, and I'm hoping to do more with them because I think they're silly and goofy. I actually referenced her in a short that I initially posted on TikTok, and then I reposted on here, and I got like 2K views, I think. Anyway, I'll do something with her. Last but not least is my Cookie Run Kingdom band group called Sweet Death, consisting of members Peach Soda Cookie, Plum Soda Cookie, and Black Cherry Soda Cookie. Now, I actually made these, I forget, like, October 2022, right before the summer update where, like, Shining Glitter Cookie got added, and I was so mad for, like, a hot minute that I didn't do more with them. And also, I was, like, wholly convinced that Dev Sisters, like, kind of, like, took my idea from me. I'm kidding, obviously. This is a joke. I don't think Dev Sisters stole my concept from me, but, like, yeah, basically, Black Cherry Soda Cookie was a, orphan in the Cream Republic, and used to be friends with Shining Glitter Cookie, and then, at some point, I just stopped doing things with them, and I need to do these things with them again. Now, moving on, we have Dandy's World. I got into it very recently, and by recently, I mean, pretty much just this summer. I got into it. It was kind of just like something that I had been hearing about in the back of my mind, and then I got really into it in August. There was no particular reason. Definitely not at all that I made a bullet point on this list. Nope. Don't know what you're talking about. Shout out to Howdy Howds on Instagram for getting me super into the franchise and overall just being there with me to yap about it in betwixt us talking about the Sucky Life of Lollipop Sugar Tin, which I will be talking about later, but you know, we'll get to it when we get to it. Basically, I don't have any specific projects in mind for it yet. I was just kind of like, I like Dandy's World, and I want to do stuff with the Dandy's World fandom. Please come shower me in attention and talk to me about the characters. I am desperate. Here are my OCs. Please yap about them with me in the comment section. I have OCX canon. Will OCX canon appease you? If I make a comic about the fanfiction that I'm writing between my characters, will you look at them? Pretty please. Next up is Decafsember, which I'm unsure if I'm going to keep the name that I'm honestly unsure on how to pronounce it. I don't even know if I'm going to keep it a December specific project. I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, Decafsember is basically a project made entirely to support my friends' works. It's just to turn all of their, like, little characters into marketable plushies, basically, so that I can turn them into collab cafe characters, like as if they had their own collab cafe restaurants, or like they had their own menus and like people could buy food from there. It's also a bit of a design challenge to see like how I design food based off of characters. Maybe someday I'd even try to recreate the entire menu in real life. I don't know. We'll see. But I didn't do very well this year. I'm hoping that next time I'll have like a better structure for it. Please go support Raina though. She is the first person whom I have been doing the Decafsember project with, and she's been so kind and so loving and so incredibly sweet about how long it's been taking, and just please go support her. She really needs it, and she doesn't talk about her OCs a lot because she feels shy talking about them, but they're just silly characters going on bite-sized adventures, and I think they deserve a lot more support and credit than she gives them. Next up, we have Ever After High. This is honestly not as recent of an interest. I've always been into Ever After High. I love Ever After High, Monster High, a lot of Mattel's projects from the 2010s I really love and enjoy. I even really liked Enchantables. Yeah, that's right. I know a lot of people thought Enchantables were kind of boring, but I really liked them as concepts. I just wish the toys were better. There's actually been a pretty strong resurgence for Ever After High recently, I've noticed. I don't know if that's just a me thing. Maybe that's just because, like, I follow a lot of people who also like fashion dolls, so it's just inevitable that, like, more people would be talking about Ever After High again. It's just kind of having, like, a bit of a resurgence, and I really appreciate seeing it and seeing people come up with ideas for reboots. I actually initially had one of my own. It was kind of just like a mashup of, like, what if Descendants didn't exist and Ever After High was owned by Disney? I definitely won't be doing that again. It wasn't like anything bad, it was just kind of weird, because like Mickey Mouse was like the president of their school, and no, I don't think that's gonna be happening again, but it would be really funny if I just like referenced it in there somewhere. I don't know, I think it's funny. But I want to do more with them. I also want to do more with, like, maybe my own Monster High concepts. Same with LOL Surprise OMG. I know a lot of people don't like them. I like them. I really like them. Same with Novi Stars. My friend Raina and I have also been yapping about Novi Stars back and forth, and it's just something that I want to get back into along with my Lala Oopsie rewrite. But again, that's another story for another time, and we'll get down the list and you'll see that there's another doll related project. I have a lot of ideas concerning dolls, okay? I really like fashion dolls. Next up, Gotcha Hallmark channel. Okay, this one's a little bit misleading. I don't literally mean we should start like a Hallmark gotcha channel. That would be crazy, but also just be fucking hilarious if like Hallmark just like started a gotcha YouTube channel or started like posting gotcha videos on their page. That'd be so hilarious, actually. Maybe they should do that. No, but like I really like holiday movies. My mom and I like to watch like silly little Christmas rom-coms every Christmas. It's just like a little tradition that we do. And sometimes I'm like, I want to write those movies because I feel like I could do better. Obviously, I'm being a bit egotistical when I say that. No judgment to any people who like write Christmas movies. But I always wanted to do it, and my mom was like, well, why don't you just do it? And then I was like, what if I started a YouTube channel specifically for making like just gotcha movies? Or like a gotcha series that's just like an anthology of gotcha holiday films, and they don't have to be Christmas centric. They could be about Hanukkah. They could be about Kwanzaa. They could not be about any holidays at all. It's just silly, goofy, haha gotcha rom-coms. I don't know. I thought it was cute. Do y'all like it? You want to do it? Maybe we could collaborate someday. Anybody on the EmotionEnergy Precure team want to do it? No? Maybe? I just added it on here on the list because I haven't had a chance to talk about it. If anybody's interested, I'm willing to make a video about it. Moving on to something that's a little bit more concrete in concept. Lock and Key was a Yandere Sim rewrite that I came up with my friend I Rose Kitty, aka Audrey. It's something that I haven't worked on in a hot minute, but it's something that I'm tempted to come back to due to inspiration from multiple other creators. Would heavily recommend checking out the_bimbo, the introverted cartoonist, and Kalimara's videos on the subject. The has only done one video redesigning the bullies from Yandere Sim, and I absolutely love them, and I need more content, and I need you all to subscribe to them, because what do you mean they are only at 1.1k subscribers? Kalimara and the introverted cartoonist are actually currently doing a series where they redesign a bunch of characters from Yandere Sim. Kali has also done multiple videos talking about Yandere Sim and Yandere Dev specifically. And the introverted cartoonist actually worked on the original project, and honestly, I love all three of them, and I just think they deserve a lot more love and support for all of the things that they do. Lock and Key actually diverts in story a lot from the original material. The main character still has a lot of those ideologies and, struggles with that internally, but it's taken a lot more seriously, and she doesn't really want to act upon those feelings, and it tends to kind of lean more towards yeah, she likes this guy, but then she starts actually bonding and connecting with all the other people that she meets, who are initially her rivals, but it's a lot. There's a lot in it that I haven't really planned out, that I need to plan out more, specifically between her and Yuna, aka my old Yandere Sim OC that became a love interest character. Maybe someday I'll get back to it, but it's going to take a lot longer than all of the other projects on this list. Now, next up is the Magical Girl Concepts video, a video that I had planned for this last year, and it was inspired by Glitter M's own video on concepts for Magical Girl series, specifically pertaining to Precure, and I got really inspired by it, so I wrote down my own list of 10. It was going to be just a quick video of me just yapping about my ideas for a Magical Girl IP. And then that list of 10 turned into 15, and then that list of 15 turned to 20, and then 20 to 25, and then 25 to 30, and 35 to 40, and 45 to... You get the point. It got really long, so I was just okay, I'm just gonna pick 10 from this very, very long list and turn it into its own thing. Basically, the rough plan that I have for it at the moment is that I'm going to create pitch decks and big collage boards on Pinterest for all of these projects and all of these ideas. Then I'm going to try and collaborate with an artist and somehow figure out a way for both of us to be able to keep the rights to it and make some money off of it, and also turn it into its own original IP. And I'm going to help write it, make sure all of the continuity is in check, and collaborate with this set artist. Maybe even I'll have 10 artists that I'll commission, and we'll just work on these collaboratively until we have a full pitch deck that's finalized, and the two of us and all of us can pitch this out. I don't know, I thought it was a cool idea, but I'm not entirely sure about it. If you have any advice, again, please leave it in the comments below. I just thought it would be really cool to be able to collaborate with a bunch of other artists to make these Magical Girl projects and be able to try and make something original with it. A lot of these also have a lot of research that have to go into them, because I actually specifically went into it saying I wanted to make more diverse Magical Girl projects. And with that, I wanted to do a lot more research, because a lot of these have to do with people from different countries. And in that, it's going to take a lot longer to finish this video. So yeah, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear any sort of advice. I know this sounds really big, because it is. It's a really big, kind of crazy idea, but I just thought it was cool. Next up, again, is Miraculous Hearts, A Tale of Two Stripes. Now, this Might seem a little bit out of nowhere because I definitely haven't talked about it on the channel. I don't even think I promoted it when I initially was working on it, which is kind of stupid, but like, whatever, I guess. So I initially worked on a Miraculous series called Miraculous Heart's Tale of Two Stripes with a friend that I made from a gacha competition that we were, not a gacha competition, it was like a gacha series that was based on total drama, and we shipped our OCs together, and we were like, haha, what if we made the Miraculous OCs? What? And then we did, and then we never worked on it very well. To my knowledge, the person aforementioned has left the gacha community and doesn't post that much anymore, and we haven't talked as of recent, but I still really appreciate their contributions, and I wish we talked more. And overall, I'm definitely going to be redesigning all of the characters. While a lot of the characters were made by that said friend, and are good for the most part, I just kind of wanted to redo them in my style. Some of the characters that I designed were just kind of ass, just kind of ass, and overall, like, I don't think I'm gonna be redoing the series anytime soon, especially because I have a lot of trauma connected to that entire point in my life. But yeah, I just wanted to reintroduce it. If you want to go check out the original intro, it's still on the Miraculous Hearts YouTube channel. That's still up somehow. Again, the said friend actually animated it. It's really good, and I honestly kind of wish we worked on it a little bit more. I think the concept was fine, but it just didn't have anything to it at the time because we were both teenagers going through a lot, and it was very poorly mismanaged. And to anybody who is watching who's from the original Miraculous Hearts team, I am so sorry that I just fucking randomly deleted the Discord server on a whim. I'm genuinely so sorry. I was poorly managing that thing to hell and back, and like, I'm just so sorry. Okay, we are down to the final two in the honorable mentions. I'm again very sorry this took so long, but I'm hoping to wrap this up a little bit quicker. Okay, so Pokemon projects. As you are aware of in my Pokemon video talking about how I entered True Green 7's Pokemon contest, I made two ideas for Pokemon projects that I really need to revamp called Pokemon Project Abyssal and Pokemon Rescue. I really still like these concepts, and I'm still very emotionally attached to them and would love to make more art for them. I actually have some mood boards that I made back then for Project Abyssal and Pokemon Rescue, and I genuinely still really love them. I would love to talk about them again. I'd love to expand upon them more, go a little more into them. I still really like the idea of, like, there being more roles in the Pokemon world than just, you know, Pokemon trainer. I just think that would be so much more fun and interesting to explore, and I feel like there's so many ways you could do that. And yeah, I just wanted to explore more of it, especially because of a recent video that I watched where they explored, like, Pokemon paleontology, and I was just like, I want to see more of that. I want to see more of that in this community, and I want to talk more about, like, all of my little facts of knowledge of the Pokemon universe, and I want to expand upon it more. And yeah, I just really enjoyed talking about it in that video. It's probably one of my favorite videos of 2025, other than the Lalaloopsy rewritten video. So if you want to hear more about it, again, comment in the comments below. I know I keep saying that, but like, please ask me questions. And last but most certainly not least in the list of honorable mentions, we have the Shopkins After Dark. This is a project that I was working on for a hot minute and then never went back to expand upon. It was another kind of failed Magical Girls Gacha series project. You probably saw the intro back when I still had it. I might just put it on the screen or something. To put it simply, it was just kind of a nothing burger of a project, much like Miraculous Hearts, A Tale of Two Stripes. I needed to do more with it, I needed to plan it out more, and just word of advice, kids, don't go casting for voice actors when you don't even have, like, a plot bible prepared. Just don't, guys. It's not gonna work out well. Also, for the love of God, do not start a Discord server with your voice actors. And, like, just not contact them for years on end. Just don't, guys. Regardless, I am hoping to come back to this someday. I really want to separate it from like the weird sort of Ever After High based magical system. It was kind of weird. It had like another case of like weird hero-villain dichotomy, and I kind of want to get a little bit more dystopian with the premise, because the whole point was that it was a capitalist society, and I want to go a bit more dystopian with it. Like, maybe they're literally living in a giant fucking mall and the world outside is like slowly dying. I don't know. I think it's silly, goofy, and fun, and I want to get more creepy and weird with it. Until then, it's just there, and to anyone who was there back when I was still posting that kind of content, I am so sorry that I made so many casting call clubs and just never did anything with the projects, and I'm so sorry to all the wonderful voice actors who auditioned. Everything. I'm so sorry.
Most likely to be completed soon. These sections contain the Cuphead High School AU, EmotionEnergy Precure, Lovely Nature Precure, and Lucky to Be Alive. Going to take a couple of years. We have A Heart by Dragon's Flame, 5 Years at Coco's, Lalipsy Rewritten, Lalipsy Mermaid Movie the Musical, and The Sucky Life of Lollipop Sugarton. And last but not least, going to take a while. Probably more than a while, if anything. These sections contain Fairy Frenzy, How the Waves Pull, A Mermaid's Tale, Trenching Deep, House of Villains, Bicolor Girlies, No Ingredients Can Fix the Mess We've Made, and the Sonic fan comic featuring Tiffany and Vermilia. No problem, Peony. I'm probably gonna go back to not speaking anymore and go back to speaking in bells. Pretty much. Yeah. Okay, bye!
Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.